Jessica Carter had always considered herself a diligent and caring mother. She had raised her two children, Emma and Jack, with unwavering love and attention. As a single mother balancing work and home life, she believed she was doing her best. But what she never realized was that danger could lurk in the most unexpected places, even within the walls of her own home. One evening, as Jessica finished preparing dinner, she called out to her children. Emma, her 12-year-old daughter, was in her room, engrossed in a video call with friends. Jack, her 8-year-old son, was on the family computer, watching videos. The house seemed peaceful, and for Jessica, that peace meant everything was fine. After dinner, Emma excused herself, saying she needed to finish some homework. Jessica, trusting her daughter's responsibility, didn't question it. Jack, on the other hand, begged for more screen time. Jessica hesitated but eventually gave in, thinking it was harmless entertainment. Later that night, as Jessica passed by Emma's room, she heard hushed whispers. Curiosity got the better of her, and she gently pushed the door open. Emma quickly shut her laptop and looked up, startled. Jessica's heart pounded. "Who were you talking to?" she asked. Emma hesitated. Just a friend from school." Something about her daughter's reaction fell off. Jessica decided not to push, but the worry gnawed at her. The next morning, after Emma left for school, Jessica opened her laptop. She knew it was an invasion of privacy, but something told her she needed to check. What she found made her blood run cold. Emma had been chatting with a stranger online, someone who had pretended to be a fellow student but was, in reality, a much older man. The messages were subtle at first, friendly and casual. But as Jessica scrolled, they became more disturbing. The stranger had slowly gained Emma's trust, manipulating her into sharing personal details about her life. Panic set in. Jessica immediately called the police, who advised her to take screenshots and report the account. Then, she called the school to inform them of the situation. That evening, she sat Emma down for a heart-to-heart talk. Tears filled Emma's eyes as she realized how dangerous the situation had become. "I didn't know, Mom. He said he was my age. He seemed so nice." Jessica hugged her daughter tightly. "It's not your fault, sweetheart. These people are experts at lying and manipulating. But from now on, we'll be more careful together." The experience was a wake-up call. Jessica took steps to protect both of her children. She installed parental controls, monitored their online activity, and, most importantly, kept an open line of communication with them. She wanted them to know they could always come to her without fear or shame. This could happen to any child, in any home. Jessica shared her story with other parents in her community, urging them to stay vigilant. Online predators are real, and they don't always appear as threats at first glance. All parents must watch out for the unseen dangers lurking behind screens. Awareness and communication can be the difference between safety and tragedy. Jessica learned it the hard way, but she hoped her story would prevent other families from facing the same nightmare. Jessica Carter had always been a strong and independent woman. When her marriage ended, she vowed to give her children the best life possible. She worked long hours at the office, but no matter how tired she was, she always made time for Emma and Jack. Her children meant everything to her. She believed she was doing everything right. She had long talks with them about life, made sure they ate healthy meals, and even planned fun outings to keep them engaged. But what she had never fully prepared for was the invisible world of the internet, where danger could be just a click away. One evening, as Jessica prepared dinner, she felt a growing sense of unease. She had noticed Emma spending more time on her laptop lately. It wasn't unusual for a 12-year-old to enjoy socializing online, but something felt different. Emma had been more secretive, quickly closing her laptop whenever Jessica walked into the room. Jessica shook off her concerns, telling herself she was just being overprotective. But deep down, something told her she needed to pay closer attention. That night, after putting Jack to bed, Jessica quietly approached Emma's room. She gently knocked before entering. Emma looked up, startled, and closed her laptop quickly. Jessica smiled reassuringly, sitting beside her daughter. "How's school, sweetheart?" she asked. Emma hesitated. "It's fine, Mom. Jessica noticed the nervous energy in her daughter's eyes. "You've been spending a lot of time on your laptop lately. Everything okay?" Emma nodded quickly. "Yeah, I'm just talking to some friends from school." Jessica wanted to believe her, but something felt off. The next morning, after Emma left for school, Jessica decided to check Emma's laptop. What she found sent shivers down her spine. There were messages from someone named Mike 12. At first, they seemed innocent. The person claimed to be a fellow student, asking about homework and favorite movies. But as she scrolled further, the messages became unsettling. The questions became more personal. "Where do you live? Do your parents check your messages? Can we meet in person?" Jessica felt her heart pound. She immediately took screenshots and called the authorities. The police took the situation seriously, explaining that online predators often pretend to be young people to lure children into dangerous situations. They guided Jessica on what to do next and how to ensure Emma's safety. That evening, Jessica sat Emma down for talk. She showed her the messages and watched as her daughter's face paled. "I didn't know, Mom," Emma whispered, her voice shaking. "He said he was my age. He was so nice." Jessica hugged her daughter tightly. "It's not your fault, sweetheart. These people are skilled at deception. But we're going to take steps to make sure this never happens again." Over the next few weeks, Jessica took drastic measures to protect her children. She installed parental controls on all devices, restricted access to certain websites, and set up strict screen time limits. She also had long conversations with Emma and Jack about online safety. She made sure they understood that not everyone online was who they claimed to be. Jessica began attending community meetings on internet safety and share her story with other parents. Many of them were unaware of how easily a child could be targeted online. Some parents admitted they never monitored their children's online activity, believing that as long as their kids were home, they were safe. Jessica realized that this wasn't just her battle. It was a battle for every parent. She worked with local schools to implement online safety programs. She connected with law enforcement officials who helped spread awareness about the dangers of online predators. Her story was featured on local news, and soon more parents started taking action. Through her efforts, Jessica turned a terrifying experience into a movement. She became an advocate for online safety, determined to prevent other families from facing the same nightmare. But above all, she never stopped being the devoted mother who only wanted to protect her children.